Crosswhite. So they did a good job of covering for those guys while they're away and had a respectable record. And once they came back, they had that good form, picked up some games on the road, and now they could reap the benefits of having an early schedule on the road, because now they have a lot of games at home. So keep an eye on them as well, even though they sit outside of the 4 in the 5th position.
All those teams can line it up, especially at home, and get on top of any of the teams. And as we saw with the game of New Zealand versus Wollongong, any team with the right game plan executed, any team in this league can win a game against anyone. So
this Darren Ing, he had taken off when he thought his team secured the rebound. Darren Ing, wow. Boy, that was all in the preparation of the shot.
And all good shooters. They know coming off they're going to shoot. They get themselves ready, and Darren was ready to shoot. Didn't take him long at all to get that one off.
Schencher splits the double team. Knew Stephen Way was coming. Somehow split the D.
Yeah, good finish there by Luke Schencher. Poor defense there by Adelaide. That second man on the rotation was way too late. You just can't let Luke Schencher get the ball that close to the bucket. He's going to score every time.
Simpson thought he was fouled when the ball popped loose. Eddie Gill, they go behind the screen. You just can't do that. As a point-blank 3. And just like that, the Crocs are down by 1. Johnson with the answering 3 on the next possession for the Adelaide 36ers.
At least we're starting to see some scores here, Steve. That's the good thing. Starting to see the teams execute a little bit, hit their shots, and that's what everyone wants to see.
Well, I promised our viewers that things were going to get better as Jacob Holmes is fouled, and he'll go to the line. So the scoring continues here in the 3rd quarter.
A good hard drive there by Jacob. It was off a good rotation. They'd move the ball around the horn. And sure, a little opening. He loves to get the ball at the top of the key and drive right. So able to get that contact off Daniel Johnson and go to the line.
Jacob Holmes gets himself to the foul line. He's just 1 of 4 from the field tonight. But as usual, he's doing the work on the glass. Even when he doesn't get it, he's getting a piece of it. He's in the vicinity. Just one of those guys you hate to cover because he just never gives up on a rebound.
I think he's second leading rebounder for the league at the moment at 6'7". It just goes to show that height, athleticism aren't the biggest keys to it. It's that wanton desire, and Dennis Rodman showed that in the NBA. I think we've talked about it before, but Darren Ing gets open on the left-hand side, and that's what they really should have been doing with Darren Ing all year. Every time he comes on the court, just run plays for him. He's hot, keep him going, and tonight he's on fire from outside the arc. Darren Ing on 5 of 6 shooting, 3 of 4 from behind the line. There's another guy that can light it up, and Peter Crawford at the other end of the court.
Darren Ing with another good look. He's got all day to light it out.
Money tonight. Darren Ing on fire from behind the arc. Takes his tally up to 16.6 or 7 shooting. They need to get him the rock.
He's feeling it too. On that one, trying to turn the corner on Peter Crawford. He had to get some hands in.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Ball's out, guys. Ball's out. Here we go.
You love it when a guy gets hot. You see that extra bounce in his step. He ain't limping anymore.
No. And I like what I like in Europe when you see some of the teams play over there. Some of the offenses for shooters are amazing. The amount of screens that a shooter will run off in Europe to get open is amazing.
Darren Ing with a nice bounce pass to Diamond Simpson, but he has the ball knocked away. Luke Schencher on the low seal. Jump hook is just too much for Diamond Simpson, undersized. Good interior feed by Eddie Gill.
The seal early down on the break. Luke Schencher getting there before the defender. Been able to seal close to the bucket. He knows if he gets it there, he's going to finish it off. Great seal.
Came straight off your hand. You tip it down onto your hand. It doesn't matter which way you're trying to tip it. No, he doesn't. You've got plenty of room to step back.
good, quick play by Chris Allen. He is a bullet.
That was explosive. Chris Warren at about 5'9" if he's lucky, up against the 7'1" Luke Shincher. Just an explosive jump.
Sure was. He just... Is there any such thing as a quick jump? Because it sure looked like it.
Great pass there by Luke Shincher there to Eddie Gill, cutting under the bucket. And they've got to do a bit more of that. I think Townsville really have to run their offense through Luke Shincher. When he's playing like this especially, because he is a good passer in out of the post, and if they don't double him up, he's going to score as well.
Daniel Johnson again proven to be a tough cover on that rip through. He's just so quick for a big man. Because it's the smaller players too. It's just quick and long. Here comes Darren Ing. Well, he doesn't even need a good pass.
Or a good grab. It just didn't sit well in his hands to start with. Probably not a good shot. But when you're hitting the shots like he is tonight, you may as well go for it.
Looked like he made an adjustment in midair and almost pulled it off. Ing tries to throw the bounce pass. Warren to Simpson. Oh, good quick play. Wow. Missed the shot. Didn't even look like it landed. We'll get another look at this rebound.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
He misses the shot.
One shot only now.
He's just so long. He doesn't even have to jump. It was good timing in the tip, but just straight back at it again. And just aggressive. I think he knew that first one was missing, so he had the opportunity to chase it down.
And he missed the free throw just like he did the last one. Just catches the front lip of the iron because he shoots it so flat. Has a hard time going in. Jacob Holmes, one bounce dribble going right. Good pressure by Johnson. Way. Everybody's joining the Darren Ing three-point party, and Stephen Way didn't need much time or space to get that one off. Crawford mishandles it. Here come Adelaide on another Townsville turnover. Ing for three. Just rims out.
Really good vision there from Chris Warren, though. Darren Ing's a little bit annoyed with himself, but to see a shooter that's been on fire to know where he is, great vision there from Chris Warren to find him.
The Darren Ing Show gives the Adelaide 36ers a lead, 56-47.
True Value Solar's upgradable package is back. Get 8 190-watt panels and a huge 4.2 kilowatt grow-watt upgradable inverter for an unprecedented $18.96. This TVS price doubles March 1st, so act now. Call 13Solar today.
For most of us, February means bills and back-to-school costs. So to help your budget, we've got some great deals at guaranteed lowest prices and nothing to pay for 12 months.
Rebound. Defend and rebound. Let's go.
Marty Clark, happy with his Adelaide 36ers, going to run a play for Darren Ing, and believe me, there'll be all kind of counters because there'll be some guys hedging, trying to bump the cutter and opening up some possibilities for his teammates. Adelaide on a 5-0 run. Scored the last 5. And Darren Ing. Boy, it is a pleasure to watch somebody that is hot.
Clean on cuts here. Good screen.
There he is. Catch and shoot from the base. And that's good. That thing does not look like this.
Well executed play there too. It's a good screen by Darren, which really forced a bit of indecision by the defenders. And then he was able to come off and get wide open on his three, and he's not going to miss that tonight.
Luke Shincher's off the mark. I was surprised at how casual Jacob walked away because it went off him.
Jacob knew it. When he got the call, he just sheepishly walked away, but it was reversed and Adelaide had the ball. We'll see if they can execute another offense here at this end of the court.
Darren Ing getting all kind of attention. His way gets it to a cutting Diamond Simpson. Luke Shincher didn't think the ball went off him.
where Diamond Simpson has been good at the offensive end, down in the post is against smaller opponents where he can back them in, feel their contact and just extend over the top. But against Luke Shencher, he's not going to be able to get away with that. He really has to take him out off the block and attack him front on. And Luke's certainly going to have the advantage if he's back to the basket against him down there.
Cedar into the game for the Crocs. Trying to get some perimeter punch. Holmes backing in way. I think Darren Ing got a legal hand in there.
He just reached in there. I thought Stephen Wade played pretty good defense up to that time too. Probably didn't need to reach in. I think it was going to be a tough shot by Jacob, but just bailed him out at the last minute there as we see another look at it.
Probably a little bit of a defensive rush of blood by Darren Ing because of all the shots that he's... Sometimes when you're that hot, you can't wait to finish a defensive set so you can go down there and run around on the offensive end. You can't wait to get the ball and get another opportunity to launch one off. Well, that's a wonderful feeling.
That is. When you're in the zone like that, Darren Ing is 7 of 10 tonight, 5 of 7 from the three-point line. He's really brought Adelaide's percentage up. It's brought up to 50% now from behind the arc.
Boy, Mims, he trails and they're looking for that double team on the ball carrier right around where the old hash mark used to be. Well, he is a strong defender when they bring him up on that situation. A miscue by Stephen Wang.
Adelaide just looked completely out of whack on that offensive play. They didn't really know where they were going. Just looked completely disjointed as we see. Townsville at the other end got a real good pass into Luke Shencher. Just couldn't quite finish, but a real good offensive opportunity for Townsville.
Way, little pick and pop with Johnson. Way on a half of a curl cut. I don't think that's a good shot. Crawford, I'm sorry, Jacob Holmes runs down the ball after Gill mishandled it. Leads 10. Gill for 3. This is normally when he comes to life, when his team needs an offensive boost through his dribble penetration or doing it himself.
A nice shot there by Gill. He had the bigger Daniel Johnson on him, but Daniel Johnson was just defending with his hands around his knees, and when you got such a height advantage, you can take that step off, but you still have to have some sort of presence against the shooter.
Darren Ing with some good D. I think he just there. Maybe guessed the right way, but Gill gets the charge. He doesn't commit many charges and does a great job getting through small gaps and being under control, not being out of control.
Good.
He seems to have really good poise, doesn't he? When he's bringing the ball down, offensive, defensive end, he seems to know where he is on the court and have real good poise. Luke Shencher's probably given away, unfortunately, 2 points there. Put his hand up for the block and just caught it on the way.
I don't know if this was going to make it. Yeah, maybe it was. It looked like it was going to come up short live, but in the replay, it looked like it was going to go. Shencher repositions himself. The hook shot is good.
That was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, wasn't it? He just extended. That's a nice-looking shot. He's really found some form coming back off that injury. It was always going to take him some time to get over that.
36ers, 30 rebounds to the Crocs 13. Miracle that Townsville even this close. Nathan Herbert for 3. And that's up in Townsville. Cedar doesn't look like that. The two guys. The two big guys. Look at this. This is not pretty. Look.
There should have been some good sound effects whacked in there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe some Benny Hill music or something.
Screens down here, good screens, no holds. Mitch.
Mims on the sideline out of bounds. Jacob Holmes. Fall away. Schencher keeps it alive, but it goes to Creek. Creek's had limited minutes tonight.
Hands.
Bartlett for three. Checks good. Everard Bartlett. He just slid that one in.
He did, didn't he? He caught that in good rhythm, but when he went up, he kind of pulled his hand away. It looked a little bit awkward at the end. I was surprised got the result it did, but good result there for the Adelaide 36ers. They now lead 64 to 54. 47 seconds left.
I'm glad you said that's exactly how I felt when he shot it. That didn't look good. But the good result.
All good shooters are taught to leave their hand up in the air, let everyone see it when it goes through. Also helps with getting good arc, good rotation on the ball, but when you pull away at your shot, you just don't have the same sort of control.
Schencher on the re-entry. His hook shot. Mims with the putback. That's a good, strong move by Elvin Mims on the offensive rebound. Get another look.
Yeah, good rebound there by Mims. The Townsville offense looks a bit like netball at the moment. They're throwing it into Schench, throwing it out. He's repositioning a little bit closer, just like they do in netball. Chucking it back into the big fella and letting him go to work.
And one of the plays in basketball not used enough. It's a lot of penetrate and kick made famous by, of course, the Adelaide 36ers in the late 90s and 2000. A good post play by Townsville on that last possession. Bartlett to Simpson. Clock's all the way down. There's 0.3 of a second left on the clock.
Completely smothered on that shot attempt. And that penetrating offense that you're talking about only works off of good movement. You can't do it off of one or two passes. And that's when we struggled if it was only off one or two. You had to get 3, 4, 5, 6 passes. And then it opens it up and you can get into the gaps.
Creek gets it off.